Hey, hey, boss. Hey, how are you today? It's your girl, LaShonda Henry here, aka Sister Sense. Always excited to share things you can do to work on your money, your marketing, and your sales goals too, with strategy and intention. So, today I'm going to talk to you about how to start hosting your own virtual events. Out of curiosity, yes, is that something you'd like to do? Whether you're watching me live or via the replay, you can say, Yay! I want to host my own events because that's what we're going to talk about today. Hopefully, you know I am here to help you grow with strategy and intention. Once again, LaShonda Henry, aka Sister Sense. I've been online for many moons now as an infopreneur, mentor, web designer, and so much more. Just excited to share smart strategies with my fellow online entrepreneurs. Hey, Levon, welcome, welcome. Awesome to see you here, my dear. So, this past weekend, I hosted my annual Back to Business virtual conference experience. I do it every single year. And what I wanted to do is encourage you as you're trying to build your business brand to get into the habit of starting to host more virtual events. So, as we're getting started today, share this out. Sharing is caring. That's what it's all about. Tag your business besties and make sure that if you're catching me on the replay side, you drop into the comment box, hashtag replays rack. So let's do this. A quick 7 point checklist to get you started. First thing on this checklist is agenda. So if you're looking to host virtual events, I always like to start with a theme. Like, what exactly am I going to be doing? What am I going to be saying? What are my speakers going to be saying? What is the agenda? So, given all of the craziness of this year, I said, what I want to do is help my fellow entrepreneurs get clear about how they could start now. That was my personal agenda for Back to Business, which you can learn more about over at backtobusiness.me. And so when I reached out to my speakers, I said, listen, what I want us to be able to do is to share our expertise around the word start. So I had some experts say, okay, I want to talk about start branding, start podcasting, start knowing your worth, start using affirmations, just really thinking about that agenda and how they could fit into that space. So the first thing that I want you to think about when it comes to hosting your virtual event is what your theme, what your agenda is going to be, who is it for in particular. And for me, I always host Back to Business for my fellow web women entrepreneurs. I have them in mind. And this one in particular, I said what I wanted to do was to really focus on those entrepreneurs who said, I need to start. I need to start now. I did a couple of sessions. One was on how to start working at home full time. Another one was on how to start to monetize and organize your content. Another one is on start to get unstuck. Myself and other amazing speakers, we really focused on that particular agenda. So, first thing on this 7 point list here is what's your agenda? What's your theme? Number one. Number two, if you want to do a virtual event, what style event do you want to do? When I started doing this many, many moons ago, because I've been online for a very, very long time, almost 2 decades, I started off with audio style. And then kind of changed over there. So if you think about virtual conferences and technology, and maybe you have a little bit of anxiety around getting started because you're like, I don't know if I can do this. The easiest virtual to host is a summit where you have speakers, but it's just audio based. So there's not any in front of the camera, no slides, keeping it simple, right? The platform that I love to use is startmeeting.com. I can use it with both audio and video. So it's a cool platform. It's one of many, but thinking about what kind of style you want to have your event in. This year, I want to say Zoom is probably a multi-billion-dollar company. all the Zoom folks out there, right? So you could use the Zoom platform if you want to do a style where people are in front of the camera, and not only can you see the speakers, but you can probably see the attendees too, which is pretty cool when you use a platform like Zoom. So maybe you want that kind of style, right? I did quite a few. Not only did I host my own virtual events this year, like Back to Business, Maintain Your Momentum, Spring into Action, I also participated in some virtual events by some of my favorite business besties. I spoke for Kim Coles's Captivating Conversations. I spoke for Oh my goodness, Epic April. She did Epicon this year. I was a part of a really great summit by Lisa Del Marco on how to go from frazzled to finished. So I was a part of a lot of different conferences. And what I can tell you is a couple of things when it comes to style. Everybody's different, right? So, three primary styles I oftentimes talk about: the audio summit, right, where it's just call only, number one. Number two, having people in front of the camera. And then number three, presentation style. So, back to business. Most of my speakers had presentations that we put on the screen so you can hear them, but also see the slides as they went through their session, right? So, what style are you looking to do? I can also say this: there are so many ways in which you can create a great experience. When I was a part of the Epicon experience hosted by April, they used a live stream, right? Which was great because you got to see the MC, you got to see April, you got to see the speakers and their slides, and it was live. They did a free version of it, and then they sold the replays, right? But that was pretty awesome. I like your style. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Awesome for being. Thank you for being here. There That was a live stream experience, and they were broadcasting kind of like how I'm broadcasting now across different platforms. They were broadcasting across multiple platforms live. I use StreamYard, which I absolutely love because right now I'm broadcasting on Facebook, on multiple Facebook pages, on YouTube, on Periscope, and my Periscope is broadcasted on Twitter. And then on my iPhone, which is right propped up on my laptop right here, I'm also broadcasting on Instagram. I can't do Instagram with the multi-broadcast, but StreamYard is pretty awesome. And if you want to take a look at StreamYard through me, you can go to www.sistasense.com. That's me right there, sistasense.com/SY StreamYard. You can take a look and try it out through your girl. So when it comes to hosting your own virtual events, you want to think about what platform, what kind of virtual event, right? So what style event you're going to do. Could again be just audio, could be, hey, resume workshop, awesome to see you here. Could be maybe you want to do a live stream experience and broadcast live across multiple platforms. Could be that you want to do presentation style, right? So I shared a few platforms with you, including StreamYard, Zoom, and Start Meeting. You can take a look at a couple of those, number one. Number two, I'm dropping a 7-point list on you guys, right? As far as some things that you guys can do. Thank you so much for that. Some things that you guys can do when it comes to putting together your virtual events, right? I did a 3-day training on how to start your business on a budget, how to spring into action. And that's a part of the Back to Business experience. So if you missed the Back to Business, the live virtual conference that I did this past weekend, you can get the replays plus the Start and Grow bundle. Inside of the Start and Grow bundle, there's a lot of good stuff in there, like how to get your ish together, how to get your customers, how to get your podcasting on, how to get your live streaming on. There's a lot of stuff in the Start and Grow bundle. One thing that's in there is that I absolutely think every Start and Grow trying to get clear entrepreneur needs is the Start and Grow workshop, Spring into Action, because the first day in that, I really dug into hosting virtual events, the tools I use, my processes, and even put a template, a styles of I'm tongue tied. Spreadsheet, not spreadsheet, slide presentations. There you go. I have a template of how to put together your slide presentation and brand it. It's a Canva template I put in there as well. That's the first day of the 3-day Start Your Online Business on a Budget, Spring into Action. That workshop is included in the Start and Grow bundle over at backtobusiness.me. It's one of the things that you can get as part of the experience. So if you missed the live, catch the replays and make sure you get the Start and Grow too, because there's a lot of good in there for you. So, okay. So first thing I said today is when it comes to hosting your own virtual events, number one, you want to think about your agenda, right? Who is this for? What are you going to talk about? Do you have a theme? Number two, you want to think about platforms, right? So what kind of style experience are you going to do? Are you going to do just call only? Or are you going to do something like on Zoom where you can see the speakers and you can see the attendees? Are you going to do something that's like presentation style? Something for you to consider, right? I gave you a few examples. My Back to Business conference, Captivating Conversations with Kim Coles, Epic April, Epicon. April did hers via live stream. Kim Coles, awesome. When we did sessions for her event, she did those via pre-recording. So she recorded our interviews and then set it up so that over the course of a week, you could listen to the different speakers. Lisa Del Marco from Frazzled to Finished. She did audio, but it was pre-recorded. And then over the course of, I want to say at least 2 weeks, every day she had about 2 to 3 speakers that you get to listen to their sessions for a few days. And then she was rocking and rolling. So there are a lot of different styles to this. Again, Back to Business, I did webinar slide presentations with my speakers and we did it live. And then ladies got to watch live, ask questions, interact with us, as well as get the replay. So there's a lot of different styles when it comes to putting up virtual events. What style are you looking to do? That's number 2. All right. Number 3, speakers, right? Who is actually going to be speaking at your event? Usually when I am excited about hosting something new, first thing that I do is go to my trusty notebook and make a list of people who I think would be a good fit to speak at my event. A lot of my sessions, when I do like summits and things, they're usually somewhere between 3 to 6 hours long. Back to Business, I bring it. We bring it hard. So Back to Business was about 12 hours. And it's usually that long because I do it once a year and it's full of amazingness, right? And so I love to reach out to as many people as I can. I oftentimes will recommend reach out to more people than you actually need because you are going to get no's, right? Some people will say, for whatever reason, and then you'll get a couple of yeses. So that's something to consider. In addition to reaching out to new people, every year, honestly, I reach out to my OGs, those people who I just absolutely love, and they're just like a staple. You know that if I'm going to do Back to Business this year, you're going to hear Tanya, you're going to hear Carol, you're going to hear some real Power Circle experts, ride or die, that have been a part of the Power Circle for a very long time. Quanisha, Black Woman CEO. That's how we do, right? That's how we grow. We grow consistently with our Power Circle experts, and then we bring on new people too, right? So number 3, what you want to do, think about who you're going to reach out to as far as potential speakers. And I dig into in more detail in that Spring into Action workshop, Start and Grow. How I talk to speakers, how I reach out to them, things like that. I talk about that more in the full training. Today, I just kind of rock and roll out with you guys and give you this quick 7-point plan, things to think about, things to ask yourself if you want to prep your own virtual events. Okay. All right. So let's keep on keeping on. Number 4. Okay. Number 4, when it comes to this conversation around hosting your own virtual event, is picking the platform on which you're going to host the event, right? So the style of you doing again, audio only, or you doing live, or you doing presentation style, that's the style, right? The platform you're going to use. Oftentimes for my virtual events, I use Start Meeting. You can take a look at StreamYard if you want to do it via live stream, multi-broadcasting. Zoom is very popular as well. Back in the day, I used to use GoToMeeting, but I don't really use that one anymore. There are a lot of them out there. So think about which particular platform you want to use. Like if there's Webinar Jam, that's another popular one. There's a lot of them out there, right? So what platform are you going to use? Absolutely love the Start Meeting platform. And they have a free version of that called Free Conference Call. So if you want to do a summit and you're like, girl, I want to do a virtual event, I want to do a summit, I got no money for this. I want to do it, but my funds is tight. Number 1, there is a free version, a limited free version of StreamYard. So you can use StreamYard without it breaking the bank for you. And Start Meeting is not expensive either, but the free version is Free Conference Call. Call.com. So number 4 is your platform. Number 5 is your payment options, payment options. So you can say, okay, I'm doing a virtual event and bam, it's 197, it's 97, it's 57, it's free, right? And you just got one payment option. That's it, right? I like to GBB, good, better, best. So if you see, when I do my virtual events, normally I will give people at least three options. I'll say, hey, this is you can just register for the live. You could get the live plus the replays. You can get the live plus the replays plus all this extra goodness. Because I always like to add on some, just love, just love it. Make you smack your mama. It's so good. I like to add on some extra good, right? So that allows me to do a couple of things. Number one, I don't have to rack my brain to figure out the perfect price. If you were to go to Back to Business, you'll see live is $10. When I did the initial launch of it, live was $10. Live plus replays was 50, and then live plus replays plus the start and grow bundle was $100, right? And different people picked different price points that worked for them. Now that the virtual event ended, because it was last week, I've removed the live only. Obviously, you're not going to pay for something that is ended, but you can still get the replays, and or you could get the replays plus the start and grow bundle, right? So those two options are there. So essentially, based on I would say there were about four different registration levels, right? So there's the live only, live plus replay plus start and grow bundle, plus the cash flow clarity kit, which was an upsell that I put on the page. The price point ranges from anywhere between $10 to about $200, depending upon who registers, which is pretty freaking awesome, right? Because that gives me the opportunity to not lock myself into one price point. And if they don't like it, they go, giving people different price points that work for them and work for their budget. So I absolutely, when it comes to doing events, if you just want to give people one price, fine, but GBB, give them good, better, best options. I think that's the better way to go. And then number 6 on this list is payment process. How are you going to process payments? What platform are you going to use to process your payments on? If you got something that works great for you, amazing. When it comes to virtual events, there are a lot of people who like to use Eventbrite. It's very common, very popular for both live and virtual events. Me personally, I like to put together custom sales pages that are a little bit more sophisticated than Eventbrite, because not only can I offer different options, but I can immediately give people their PDFs with all the information I need, their call-in details, their bonuses, their virtual swag. Plus, I can do upsells and downsells. Plus, I can have my own affiliate program, something a little bit more sophisticated, right? So I use for my virtual events a platform called Thrivecart, which I absolutely love. Can't say this is going to be forever, but for right now, they have the ability for you to sign up to Thrivecart and pay one price for life. You get lifetime access to this. So no monthlies, which is amazing. And you get to put together your individual sales pages, as many as you want. And with Thrivecart, I get to create an affiliate program. So if you were to go to backtobusiness.me, not only could you get the replays, which by the way, you should get the replays because they're freaking awesome. You can also see that I got an affiliate program. So if you go, oh, I know a lot of business people, or I have a group for entrepreneurs, then you can sign up and you can get your affiliate link. It's free to sign up for the affiliate link, and you can share Back to Business. A lot of my speakers, they share Back to Business and they bring in revenue as a speaker through my affiliate program, right? So Thrivecart is really awesome because I can sell different multiple levels of registration. I can do upsells and downsells, and I even have my own affiliate program, which is pretty cool. Right. And by the way, if you wanted to sign up, hey, Misty, if you wanted to learn about, take a look at, or sign up to Thrivecart through me, you can just simply go to sistasense.com, sistasense.com/Thrivecart, which is THRIVECART, Thrivecart. So sistasense.com/Thrivecart will take you right over there. Okay. I'm giving you a couple of my favorite tools: Start Meeting, StreamYard, Thrivecart. When it comes to putting together virtual events, of course, you're free to use whatever you want to use, baby. But if you would like to, know about the tools that I use. Those are some of them. Again, I go into more detail, the tools and the processes that I use to setting up my virtual events. That's day one of what I call my Spring into Action virtual workshop on how to start your business on a budget. You get access to that 3-day workshop, instant access, because it happened this year, but I added it in as part of the Start and Grow bundle for those of you who are looking to get better at starting and growing your business online. So number 6 on this list is processes, right? And I shared a couple of reasons why I personally like to use the Thrivecart platform for putting together my sales pages for virtual events. I also love the fact that people can register and use both. Greetings. Funny, I was just on your site to book a coaching call. Hey, Serenity. Awesome. Divine right timing, right? If ever, by the way, guys, you want to talk to me like Serenity, you can go to callme.sistersense.com. The last thing when it comes to why I like the sales pages on thank you for the training this weekend. It was amazing. Awesome. You were back to business. Good, 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 good. So today I'm talking about Serenity, what you can do to host your own virtual events. All week, this is the back to business recap. I mean, for real, folks have really told me that, this year has been like one of the best years of back to business. It's always good, but this year was like, put your foot in it good. So I'm glad that you enjoyed it. And thank you for the hearts and the love. Tap, 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 tap. I appreciate that. Um, so yes, another thing that I like about the Thrivecart sales pages that I use for my virtual events is that you can also put different payment processors in there so people can pay with PayPal. It's always a pleasure to catch you live. Hey, awesome. Thank you, Misty. I can use PayPal, I can use Stripe, I can use multiple payment platforms. It was truly awesome this year. I know Levon was one of the speakers. Levon and I just did a live recap on affirmations yesterday. Some of my remote speakers, Lisa Marie, she's currently in Ghana. Helona Black is in Vietnam. We just did a live stream yesterday on how to work and travel the world. We did a live. So all this week is back to business. Encore, give us more. I'm just kind of giving you guys some of the good. Tomorrow I'm going to have Quanisha come back and talk about claiming and knowing your worth. So we're going to keep on keeping on. It was too good to stop last week. We got to keep on keeping on, right? This is the only way I can give you heart, sister. Oh, you on YouTube? Oh, mwah. I appreciate you. Every heart is an awesome heart. Thank you. She said, I'm on YouTube. This is the only way I'm going to just pop some hearts on the screen. I appreciate you. I got to put it right back up there. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, number 6 on this list is payment processors. What are you going to use? What kind of payment program are you going to use? I put together my sales pages for my virtual events using Thrivecart. And again, if you want to take a look at Thrivecart through me, all you got to do is go to sistersense.com/Thrivecart. So the last thing on this list before I give you guys a quick recap rundown and then head on out is date. Set a date. When exactly do you want to host your virtual event? This is important because if you're going to reach out to speakers and if you're going to tell people, hey, we're going to da-da-da-da, you need an actual date so you can, let people know they need to put this on their calendar. Every year, back to business, honestly, is I would say the third week before the ending of October. I try to keep it consistent. Every year I do my Fire Start Your Year, which is a live event here in North Carolina. I do a live and a virtual Fire Start Your Year. The live here in North Carolina is always MLK weekend. Like always falls on the 17th, 16th, 17th, 18th kind of a thing. I like the consistency of knowing when I'm going to do these things, and also the consistency of kind of like, when Black Friday is, when Christmas is. So people who follow my brand, they know when these things are coming up because they're set in stone. So it's important for you to set the date for yourself, to set the date so you've got something to say for your, you're going to have speakers who have other things going on so they can check their calendars and see if it's a good fit for them. Set your date so you can have pre-registration, all of those goods, all the things, right? And then set a date so hopefully you make this thing a regular seasonal thing for yourself. I like to do at least one virtual event a quarter, and I have several signature events that I do every year. Misty says, I'm going to go back to binge watch all the stuff you recently did. Thank you. I always love when guys can go back and, really take it in, because it's a lot. And sometimes you got to take it in parts. So last year, one of my clients, Denise, she's in Suriname. And I love when my international clients get to hang with us as part of Back to Business. She brought some of her clients in and said, y'all have to register too. And then the amazingness of it was they actually did something where she said, LaShonda, I created this group. So for the next few weeks, we are going to be taking apart the sessions and week by week going back into them. And I was like, woo, I love you. I love it. I love it. I love it. So she took it a step further, being both a Back to Business participant, but she was also an affiliate. So she brought in some of her clients using her affiliate code, and then also turned it into additional training so they could go through those courses for a couple of weeks. So Denise, I'm talking about you when you watch the replay. Mwah. So, all right, y'all, that's it. I just kind of wanted to come on here and share a few questions that you can ask yourself, a little simple 7-point plan, things to think about if you want to prep your own virtual events. Feel free to let me know if any of this has helped you. And of course, if ever you need to check in with me, feel free to email sizzlesense@gmail.com, right? And you can also go to, as you're on the sizzlesense.com website, you can go to that gray tab on the right and send me a voice message. All right. So that's it for today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Think about your agenda/theme, who you want to target. Think about number 2, the style of presentations that you want to do, audio only presentation styles, people physically in front of the camera. Think about number 3, the speakers. Who do you want? Make a list, reach out. Think about number 4, what platform you're going to use. There's so many platforms out there. You can do live like StreamYard, like what I'm doing now. You can do Zoom. You can do Start Meeting. You can do all of these different platforms, right? GoToWebinar, what kind of platform you're going to use. Number 5, payment options. Are you going to give them one option or the GBB, good, better, best, giving them different ways that they can pay using a particular platform? What are you going to use to put together your sales page so people can register for your event? I use and recommend Thrivecart for many reasons, but one of them is that I can have my affiliate program. So it's always a great way to gain more exposure when I can say, hey, go to backtobusiness.me, register, but also become an affiliate. It's free to become an affiliate so that you can go and share that. By the way, all week, I'm still talking about Back to Business. It was live. It was lit. If you missed the replays, you should grab them, but also get the affiliate program, get your own unique ID so you can share Back to Business and generate revenue, right? So for example, I was saying to my mentees that one of the registration levels was $100, right? And right now I'm doing instant commissions and the commission is 25%. So I was like, look, there are participants right now who are getting people to register, and every person they register that they sign up at $100, they get $25. So 4 people registered through you, 4 times 25, that's $100, right? And it's instant commission, meaning that the minute that person registers and they make their payment, you automatically get you 25 right into your PayPal. It's instant commissions. Normally, I'll do commissions where you'll get your commission automatically within 7 to 14 business days. And then sometimes I like to do instant commissions because it's just awesome. You learn and you earn. So that's something to consider as well. And then I said payment options, payment processors, and setting your date. So that's just a quick recap of what we talked about today. Thank you, Misty, for being here. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you guys for watching me live and also for binging on the replays side. Feel free to share this out. Sharing is caring. That's what it's all about. And again, don't forget to turn on alerts and notifications so you can see when I'm live, so you can jump on here live with me. Till tomorrow, y'all. Take care. Mwah.